Hi guys, Happy New Year. I hope that you all had an amazing Christmas and New Year and that you're looking forward to 2017. I definitely am. I had a really nice chilled out Christmas. I wasn't going to film a video today, but I did a lot of grocery shopping and I thought I would share it with you. I thought it might be interesting for some of you because it was a bit of a bigger food haul. I will link a video down below which I also briefly mentioned in this video about how I grocery shop. I get questions all the time on social media and in the comments of these videos asking me is veganism expensive, is it pricey to eat plant-based, and I actually have a whole video. It is a bit long and chatty, but I have a whole video explaining how I personally do my food shopping, and I don't actually go to the supermarket every week and do a whole food shop. I break it up into different shops and I think it keeps things interesting but saves me a lot of money as well. So I will link that in the video description below, and yeah, I'm going to get on with the footage because this is going to be a long haul. There's a lot of food here. Anyway, I hope you enjoy and I'll see you soon with some new videos in 2017. There is a lot of food here. A lot of food. So let me just explain quickly because I don't usually buy this much food for two people. We didn't do a food shop. We haven't done a food shop in over a month really, maybe even closer to 6 weeks. I was out of the country visiting family, and then it was Christmas and we went to Matt's family home for Christmas, and then we've just been eating Christmas leftovers. So there's a lot of stuff that we needed to replenish, lots of fruit and veg that we needed to get, and some staples that we stock up on all the time. So this is a supermarket shop from Wingyip, which is a Chinese supermarket that I go to probably every 6 weeks, 2 months. The rest of it is from Aldi and Asda, so this might take a while. Before I get into the shopping, I brought this back from Gran Canaria, which is, yes, I'm in my dressing gown. Yeah, this is mojo picon and it's the traditional spicy sauce of the Canary Islands. I like to buy it in this dried form, and you mix this with water, vinegar and oil and it creates the sauce. And obviously this is great if you don't want to take liquids home with you, and it lasts for much longer in the cupboard. You just make it as you need it, but also because I can control how much oil I put in it this way as well. So there's that. In Wingyip, I always stock up on these huge bottles of sweet chili sauce and soy sauce, and I already have some left over from last time. I get the light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, and then this soy sauce which is mushroom flavoured and a bit more intense. So I picked another one of those up because they last for ages and they're like £1 something, much cheaper than getting it at a regular supermarket and nicer, I think. So I got that, and then I got 2 sweet chili sauce, and they are absolutely huge bottles, and I tend to make my own sauces when I'm cooking stir fries and things like that, and I use sweet chili sauce in a lot of that kind of stuff, like as the base and to start off the sauce. I also have it in wraps and things like that. I love sweet chili sauce. Next I got some jackfruit. This is young green jackfruit in brine. I have a recipe in my ebook, which I'll link below, cheeky plug there, but I have a recipe for pulled pork using this, and you can also use it in place of shredded chicken. It's fantastic. I also picked up some of this evaporated coconut milk. It's basically condensed milk but made with coconuts, so obviously it's vegan. You can add it to coffee, but you can use it in desserts as well. Whenever you would use condensed milk, you can use that. I also got this mushroom sauce. I feel like this is really good to use when you need a bit more depth of flavour in a sauce or to start a dish off. This is really good. 2 jars of water chestnuts for in stir fries and things like that. I got 2 jars of hoisin sauce because I love having like mock duck pancakes with hoisin sauce. It's like my favourite guilty pleasure. I'll talk more about that later on. I got some black sesame seeds to sprinkle on top of rice and for sushi. I also got 2 of these packs of rice paper to make spring rolls with. I use these quite a lot. All it is rice, water and salt in terms of ingredients, and you can make really crispy, easy spring rolls, or you can put rice in them and fruit in them and things like that and make different ones. I got 2 packs of pad thai noodles. I feel like these are the perfect easy things to cook because you literally just soak them in warm water and they don't take very long at all, and they're rice noodles, so I like to have those with tofu and like lime juice and chili, peanuts, that kind of thing. It's just a really fresh, easy dish to make when you don't know what to have. I also got these noodles. These are my favourite noodles from Wingate. They're just like wheat flour noodles basically, but they're really, really nice. They're like wider kind of noodles. Also from Wingate, I have some stuff in the freezer. I tend to stock up on this aromatic duck. I've never had duck because I've never tried it before in my life, but this is really nice. It's got the same kind of flavour. Matt has tried duck before and he really likes this, so it's got his seal of approval. It's just made with tofu, obviously. I don't know what they do to this, but it's just like tofu. I know that doesn't look particularly appetizing on there, but it is really, really delicious. And so I always buy like a few packs of this, and also I stock up on these. These are the pancakes that you use for duck pancakes, or mock duck pancakes in our case. But yeah, you get the packs of 6, like they're already separated inside, and you can make this in about 15 minutes. So for those nights that you want like a Chinese takeaway, this in 15 minutes can come together, and it's a lot cheaper because a pack of this is like £1.50 and you get 2 ducks in there. And obviously this has like 17 packs in there, and with the hoisin sauce, bit of cucumber, bit of spring onion, and you're good to go. So we always have this in the freezer, and then for those nights when you're just feeling like you can't be bothered cooking, or you fancy something a little bit more decadent, it's there. So I think that's everything from Wingate. From the supermarket, regular supermarket, I got onions. I got 2 lots of onions because I'm planning on using this stuff to make a lot of chilies, soups, curries, and I tend to freeze them. I need to make a whole batch of things, so I'm going to use these up really, really quickly. I tend to make things in advance and then freeze them, and then they're there for a day that I can't be bothered cooking, so I will go through these quite quickly. Some white organic potatoes, and then I also got some sweet potatoes. I got some avocados. I got 2 lots of salad because I need to eat some more green in the new year, as I think everybody is trying to. So I got some baby leaf salad, I got this tender leaf salad, and I also got these spring greens that are already chopped up. I thought they would be really good to throw into stir fries and noodles and things like that, or like an Asian salad, so I got those. I got 2 beef tomatoes. I love beef tomatoes so much, and I'm going to make a tomato and onion salad, like a tapas style salad. That is kind of recreating something that I get when I go to stay with my parents and we go to this tapas restaurant up in the mountains, and I may make a video on it if you want to. It's really simple, but it's the most tasty tomato salad ever. I got some aubergines. I'm going to bake one of these and have it as an actual meal, like a baked aubergine with sauce. And then I am going to make baba ganoush, and I always use aubergines up, so I got those. Got some just basic porridge oats for breakfasts. My favourite tofu, which is this cauldron tofu. I use that in so many dishes, so I always like to stock up on that. Some tomato puree, foreign sauces, bananas, corn, and then I got some kind of herbs. I got basil, parsley and chives. I usually wash these and chop them up and then freeze them because they last much, much longer. And then I got these sweet potato noodles because I just saw them and they seemed intriguing to me, and I thought I would give them a go. I also got these seasonings from the World Food aisle. So I got this tandoori masala barbecue spice blend. This is really good if you take the tofu and press it, so get all the moisture out, and then coat it in some spice blend with a bit of oil or yogurt, some vegan yogurt, and you can pan fry it and then bake it, and it goes really crispy in little pieces, really nice in a curry, or kind of like you would have a chicken tikka shashlik or something like that, but you can use tofu. I got this all-purpose seasoning, which is just like paprika, celery salt, garlic salt, that kind of thing. This is the kind of stuff that's really nice to just throw on potato wedges or roasted vegetables and season it up a little bit. Sauerkraut. I got some sauerkraut. I'm not sure what I'm going to eat this with, but I know it's really good source of probiotics for people who eat plant-based, so I just spotted it, and I have had sauerkraut before, but mostly when I've been in like Poland or Germany, and I've never really had it at home, so I thought I would just get some sauerkraut. Some garlic stuffed olives because I love olives. I got these super soft both in one wraps from Aldi. I got a whole bunch of courgettes because I like to roast these and have them in wraps and things like that, but I'll use most of these to make courgette soup. I've got a really old video on my channel that is showing how I make that courgette soup, and it's my favourite soup of all time, so I'm going to make a lot of that soup and freeze it for lunches and things like that. I bought a huge bag of chickpeas and one of chana dal. I buy my beans and lentils and all that kind of stuff dried in the world food aisle because it's mega cheap. I don't buy tinned chickpeas or tinned beans or things like that anymore because I use my Instant Pot, and it makes cooking beans very simple. I have my beans and everything up here in the cupboard, and I'm going to use most of those chickpeas to make some falafel to freeze and also some hummus, so you'd be surprised how quickly I go through chickpeas. I also got some giant couscous. I saw this in Aldi, and I've never seen giant couscous in Aldi before. Whenever I see anything new that I'm interested in Aldi, I always buy it because I always think if people buy it, then they'll stock more interesting things. And I also bought this coconut oil in Aldi. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of coconut oil in cooking. I don't know what it is about the smell of it when it's heated up. I'm not a huge fan, but I mostly put this on my hair and my skin. It's a really good natural moisturizer, so I will use it on my hair and things like that. And if I make brownies, then I would use this, but for most things I would rather just use olive oil, to be honest. I got some red cabbage and also some white cabbage, which was a whoopsie. We love whoopsies. I love putting white cabbage in curries, in Indian curries, so it didn't really matter that this was a whoopsie because it's going to be cooked straight into a curry and then frozen. I got some blackberries. I mostly use frozen berries and things like that in oatmeal and smoothies, and I've got tons of those in the freezer, but every now and again I just fancy some fresh berries. Some lemons, spring onions. I've got quite a few because we're going to have the mock duck tonight. It's New Year's Eve and that's what we're going to have this evening. So the cucumber, that's for that as well. Some vine ripened tomatoes, lots of peppers, and some broccoli. I love having broccoli with garlic in stir fry, and yeah, peppers, tomatoes, pretty self-explanatory. I got a pack of carrots, and I also bought this frozen bag of stir fry veg mix. I find these things really handy just to have in the freezer. If you're not sure what to have, you got this, you got the noodles, rice, some tofu, and you're pretty much sorted. I love mushrooms. I put these into curries, soups, and also fajitas. When I do fajitas, I pretty much just have mushroom fajitas. I always find with mushrooms you need quite a lot because they shrink down so much when you cook them. So I got some chestnut mushrooms, some button mushrooms, and some portobello mushrooms. And then the last things that I got are at the back here. So this Oatly foamable milk is currently my favourite milk that I've ever tried. This I got because it's a barista milk, and I can use it with my coffee machine and it froths up and foams really well. Some plant-based milks don't, so this is specifically designed for coffee and like cappuccinos, things like that. But I've realised that this does not separate at all, and it's really creamy and really nice for in a cup of tea. So it's good if you froth it and good if you don't froth it. This I would highly recommend. I also spotted, zoom in, this is your moment, almond milk. I spotted this in Aldi. They've started doing almond milk now as well as soy milk, and they've had it for a while, but my Aldi have not had it, and I just wanted to give it a try because it's really cheap, and I tend to use the cheaper milks for things like oatmeal and smoothies and things like that, and I save these ones for drinks where you can tell the difference a lot more. So we'll see how you go, almond milk. I got 2 tins of reduced fat coconut milk. I basically only really use those when I do a creamy curry or a Thai green curry. I got some passata, I got a regular plain passata, and then Asda have started doing these passatas with basil and chili and peppers, and if you're short of time, like if you're making a pasta sauce or spaghetti bolognese, something like that, it's really handy because they're a good easy start to a dish. And then last but not least is some brown basmati rice that I got from Asda, and that concludes my huge food haul. But I hope this was helpful to you guys. Sometimes when I make food hauls they're a lot smaller than this, but this is an occasion where I really needed to stock up on loads and loads of things. So that was my mammoth food haul. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.